Hey there YouTube, this is Aisha and this is a book recommendation video for the lovers of Diana Gabaldon's Outlander series. This actually comes to TV tonight, August 9th on Starz, and I'm so in love with the series. I've loved the series for many years and I need to continue it and catch up with Jamie and Claire. And this young woman, Claire, gets transported back in time and meets a wonderful Highlander named Jamie. And this book brings up so many things you never consider when you're time traveling. So, I really enjoyed this and I thought, why not share some of my favorite other time travel novels for those of us who love the series. Some anthologies. So, there is Nora Roberts' Once Upon a Star. And in here, it's Nora Roberts, Jill Gregory, Ruth Ryan Lagan, and Marianne William, who discuss the concept of time and traveling and what if your love was in the past. The next one is Veils of Time by Lynn Curlin, which is why I picked it up. But it has Maggie Shane, who is one of my favorite authors, and then Angie Ray and Ingrid Weaver, whose writing I only read in this book. Then Christmas Cat, and this time travel novel is by Lynn Curlin. And this one has Julie Baird, Joe Beverly, and Barbara Breton. And then the next one is Enchanted Crossings with Anne Avery, Madeline Baker, and Kathleen Morgan. And as you can see, he kind of looks like he's the ghost. But it's 3 different stories featuring time travel and ghost and stuff like that. So those are some of the anthologies that I have. The next one I have to recommend is Heather Graham's Every Time I Love You. And this one more has to do with a mixture of the past coming forward. And what happened is they were on the different sides of the Civil War. She was from a rebel family. He was from the North. And they met, they fell in love, and they tragically died. And they meet again in the future, and their ghosts are trying to discover what happened. So it's just awesome. These are PC cast, and this is Goddess of the Rose and Goddess of Light. I didn't bring the rest of them, but this entire series is about time travel as well as body swapping, generally with a goddess, or being influenced by a goddess. So the Goddess of Light is Goddess of Light. This young woman prays, and she prays for a god to help her, and the god Apollo and Artemis are roped into answering her prayer. The Goddess of the Rose is a time travel one where she travels into another world where dreams are made, and it's her job to perform as the Goddess of the Rose. I'm trying not to give things away, but it's hard to explain. Then the next one is Dreamcatcher by Dinah McCall, and I really loved this one when I read it, and I still do. This one is a young woman from this period in time who is an abuse victim, and she tries to get away from her life by dreaming, and in the process actually ends up time traveling and meeting a man that she falls in love with. And then when her current husband finds out, like, she has to try to, you know, survive. And it's just, I really enjoyed it. I really love this because it talks about time travel, about astral travel, which is when your soul leaves your body, stuff like that. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. And there's like a mystery involved, and then there's people that are from the past and people from the future that are all intermingled. Then there's Nora Roberts' Time and Again, and she has quite a few books like these that discuss time travel. So this one features 2 brothers, Caleb and Jacob. They have discovered the ability to time travel, and in their world, time traveling happens all the time, and you're not supposed to interact too much in the time that you travel. And he gets stuck there, like his equipment gets stuck there, and then you know, all the foolishness that happens. Then his brother Jacob comes to the past to try to find Caleb, and he too, excuse me, gets stuck there. And then it's just the story of what happens when they now have to live in the time that they've picked. Of course, and there's Madeline Baker, Unforgotten, and this one is he was killed in this young woman is on vacation, and she goes to a haunted town, and while there meets the ghost of a former gunslinger who was killed, and something happens that allows time travel to happen, and now they have to figure out how to either save this guy's life or save her life. And it's just, I love it. Time travel into the West, just amazing. Night Visitor by Melanie Jackson, and this one features a young woman who lives in a castle, and she's heard the story, she's grown up hearing the story of this piper who played while the castle was under siege, and then gave his life to save his people. And she starts to dream about him because she's heard the story so much. And then she starts to dream about him, and then there's a story saying someone of her family lineage will save his life, will bring him back from being dead. And it's just amazing, like the way you're seeing the old story and see how his people are betrayed, and then you see her in the present and what's going to happen to help change the past. It's just amazing. So that's it for part 1. I'm going to do a part 2 because there are so many books, and I just didn't want to hold you guys for too long. So that's part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, which I'll link down below as well so that you can see both of them. And of course, don't forget to check out Outlander by Diana Gabaldon on Starz. It starts August 9th. I think it's at 10. But check out Starz to find out all the info and how you can see it. This is not a paid programming. This is just me who love the series. And I really, really want everyone else to love it. So, yes, check it out. Read the books. Love the show. Yes, I'm done. Bye.